Beal over here on the end. And guys, play-in tournament. I know Lou said it yesterday that you are now officially a fan of the whole format. And I think last night just continued to sort of press that. We've got Mario Chalmers coming up in a little bit. Jay McDaniels is going to join us as well. It's kind of a big deal day. But we're going to start the legends on the court last night. Steph Curry and Kawhi Leonard both out there, and Steph Curry comes out the winner. What a second half he had. He finishes with 35 points in 36 minutes. Porzingis with 20. Kawhi had 21. Benedict Mathurin had 23 points, did have 4 turnovers, but Warriors advance
Al Horford
in this bad boy.
have a fourth quarter.
It was the old guy. It was, I love it. It was the older gentleman. Now they got to play the Suns for a chance to then go on and, I guess, get beaten. That being said, Chandler, this season for the Warriors has been an absolute emotional roller coaster. How would you describe it?
Just what you said. And a bunch of injuries. Think about all the time that Steph Curry's missed. Draymond's missed 14, 15 games. Jimmy Butler obviously goes down with the injury. Porzingis hasn't been there for a full season. Heard last night he had played like 51 minutes total with Steph Curry.
Wow.
And they had some chemistry last night. And again, we said before this game yesterday that you always have a chance with Steph Curry in the lineup. We've seen him do this for years and years. And last night was unbelievable. That fourth quarter was crazy. It was one of those games where I literally thought it was going to go. It was like the Charlotte-Miami game. It was the Clippers game. It was over. Then the Warriors made a run, and then they just did not give up. They kept hitting shots like we see here. Porzingis was awesome. Al Horford hitting like those 4 threes in a row in the fourth quarter was absolutely awesome. I don't think they win the game, obviously, unless that happens. But this was, I don't even want to say vintage Steph because he still continues to do this every time he plays.
This was from last summer.
This is why that the Warriors are still, after everything they've been through this year, they're still dangerous because they have that man, number 30, and Draymond Green's defense on Kawhi Leonard in the fourth quarter was next level. Like, this was a collective effort, and they needed this. And again, these teams that lose the first game now, I feel like all the pressure goes to them. Like, all the pressure now is on Phoenix in my eyes. All the pressure now is on Orlando. Like, those lower seeds that lose, that have to come in and have to play these higher seeds that have the momentum. I don't like it for the lower seeds. I really don't. This was an awesome, awesome game.
Yeah, they gotta fix that part. I think the only negative and drawback from the play-in is 7 seeds should be guaranteed.
Okay.
The 7 seed, let everybody fight for the 8. However, these games have been highly entertaining. These playing games have been great. And I got a bone to pick with the Golden State Warriors. I've been bamboozled. I've been tricked. I've been fooled. I've been very critical of this team, saying that they didn't have enough outside of Steph Curry. And out of nowhere, Al Horford wakes up. Porzingis wakes up. Santos had a night, right? Like, listen, Draymond, he didn't score the basketball, but as always, he's the guy that sets the table. He's the facilitator, had 9 assists, and was instrumental in that. All the OGs and the veterans, they woke up last night for the Golden State Warriors. So where y'all been? Y'all been hibernating and just waiting around for the playoffs? And, you know, that's what veteran guys do. They only get excited when the brightest lights are on, and all of these guys showed up and showed out last night, and they were able to get a big win. Not completely out of the woods yet. They still got
Not at all.
still got a great matchup with Phoenix coming up. But the way that they played last night, Al Horford in the fourth quarter that he had, Steph Curry being Steph Curry, it was great to see Porzingis playing the way that he played. Now, what Chandler just said, it looks like the pressure is on the Phoenix Suns. And you can make the case, well, the numbers don't lie. They've been in that 7th spot pretty consistently this year. That's been their spot. Now the 8th is at danger for them if Golden State is going to show up like this. And I think they will. When you have veteran leadership like this and all of these guys have championship pedigree and they've been there, when the lights are on, they're going to show up. And last night was the first time that we've seen the Golden State Warriors look like the Golden State Warriors of old, but with new pieces. So I'm excited to see the matchup.
I do think that is the one kind of weird thing about the plan is that 7th seed, right? Think about the Phoenix Suns season. They had 45 wins. They were very consistent. They were kind of in that middle of the pack the entire season. And now they have a chance to losing 2 games to a team that has such a roller coaster, such a worse season.
They were just waiting.
How many games up were they? Like they were
on paper. I think they probably have they had 45 wins. The Warriors had 37. So like they're 8 games up on this team, and now 1 game determines that 8-game gap that they made in the regular season.
It's a little
Again,
wonky.
I love the plan. I'm a huge advocate of it, but that is a tough break. I saw this viral video of a fan from the Suns. You see that?
No.
Nuts, basically, how they deserved a shoe-in deal. I do agree with that, but now they have put themselves in a situation where they can literally, instead of getting the 7th seed and have a chance to play the Spurs, now it's either you go home or you get the Thunder. Like, that's a tough break for the Suns.
I mean, a hard ass would say win more games during the regular season.
True.
That would be the.
But they did.
I know, but
also, like, think about
but
how-
even more than that.
Think about how deep this conference is.
I
and
agree.
To be the 7th seed in this conference that's loaded, like, is not an easy feat. And they did that. And they
No.
can still just lose 2 games and be done.
Selfishly, as fans, this is very, very fun for us. But I do understand the frustration on the team's parts. We're like, well, what else are we? The regular season counted. We did what we were supposed to do, and we're still now in this
They're
battle.
up. They had an 8-game differential of this team, and they can just lose 1 game.
Yeah,
that's
you
tough.
lose
But
a-
also, like, go earn it. Like,
You lose a heartbreaker to Portland, and you say you got one more shot, but your one more shot is with Steph Curry. And Clay. Like all of these guys, Santos, he had a 20 ball last night. Porzingis had a 20 ball. Al Horford, 14 off the bench.
him.
4 threes in the fourth quarter. And we just talking about the old guys. Pods had a night. Gary Payton, second. He did what he always does, just be disruptive in the way, create other opportunities, creating turnovers for them to have another opportunity to beat the Clippers. So it was one of those things where all season long, we didn't see them collectively. We didn't see this group as is. 51 minutes that we've seen Porzingis and Steph on the court. But what we saw last night is that if that's going to be your consolation prize for an opportunity to get the 8th spot, I don't know if it goes Phoenix way, so we'll see.
I don't know if I want this gift.
Yeah.
But it is fun to for
Exactly
us
what
to
you said.
continue watching.
I'm not sure if I want to accept this
I
gift.
don't know if I want this.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, look, I don't know if this was just straight up gamesmanship with Steve Kerr saying that Curry would be on a minutes restriction and then he plays 36. Maybe 36 was the restriction.
Little chess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little chess.
But there was no world, right? Like, this is win or go home.
But also, if you're the Clippers, are you planning for Steph Curry with less minutes? I don't think
No,
the chance
absolutely
is scout of the game. So, like,
And if you're Steph Curry, what minute restriction? Like, what are we saving me for?
Thank you.
There is nothing to save me for. I'm going out swinging, and I'm going to give myself an opportunity. We've said it time and time again. They've had their struggles this year. They've been in that 9th and that 10th spot all year. But out of respect, what have we always said? Any team with Steph Curry on it has a chance, always has an opportunity, always has a fighting chance. So, man, it was just incredible to see that. It was heartbreaking for me. You know, I'm a Clippers guy, and just to see that run in the fourth quarter, I was like, man, I've seen this movie time and time again, and usually Steph Curry comes out of it being the hero, and it was no different. He's one of the few guys over the course of his career that can go in every single arena and beat your team, and the crowd cheers you.
So we're going to get to that. Actually, I do want to ask you. There were times during this game, it sounded like a Warriors home game. I had to remind myself they're actually down the street in L.A. He's still the best. Like,
He's the
he's
most
the
likable
best
guy.
ticket.
I mean, I had no
guy.
skin in the game watching this game last night, and I was standing up for Steph Curry. Like, it's great. The impact that he has on his home arena, his away arena, kids, adults, male, females. Like, this dude is must watch, and the fact that he's still consistently doing it at this age, all the time he's missed, all the injuries he's been through, and he just goes and puts up a 35 and wills his team to a victory. It's unbelievable. He's in the crowd. He's dapping up fans. Like, he is. I love Anthony Edwards. I love watching Wemby. I love Shea. But I swear, if I can watch one guy play in the NBA, it's this dude. And I always look back to that game in the Olympics, what he did for Team USA, basically putting us on his back and getting the gold medal. Like, this is what he does. This is who he is. And what Porzingis called him, he's a force of nature. Like, he really is, man. And again, if I'm the Suns, I don't like it. If I'm the Spurs, I'm already thinking I don't like it.
Well, first of all, it's the Thunder.
Or the Thunder.
Yeah,
if I'm the Thunder,
how
I
dare
don't
you.
even like it's.
We've got our problems.
I don't like the momentum they have if I'm these other teams because again, this is a dangerous man.
Well, hold on. Wait. Okay. 0 to 100%. What chance would you get? Let's just fast forward to the Warriors.
I'm not going
To the
that far.
Thunder?
Yeah.
I'm not going
Not
that
high.
far. Listen, one
Not
game
high.
at a time.
Get
Chandler.
past the Suns first.
I was about to say, you know the
with that.
rules, Chandler. You know the rules.
I know, but he got
One
me
game
all
at a
hopped. He
time.
got me all hopped up.
Yeah, he got you a little excited.
He got me
man.
excited last night.
I'm bevved up.
See? I can see it.
From the hottest home.
Are you seeing like miracles coming up?
If there's one guy I'm not counting out, it is
get it.
that dude. Like, I
get
can't
it.
do it. I've seen it too many times. And, like, last night I thought the game was over. Garland hit those shots, and, like, the Mathurin was great last night for them. Kawhi was so good early, and then 2 shots. I'm sure we'll get to that, but 2 shots in the fourth quarter. And by the way, one of them was a dunk when there was like 10 seconds. It didn't even matter. Like, they have to be better. But watching Steph Curry, I'm telling you, it's an experience. It is awesome.
The crowd was amazing last night. It was a little bit insane. I kind of almost felt bad for Clippers at certain points of that game. By the way, Steve Kerr thanked Adam Silver for inventing the play-in tournament. Last 15 years in this league, and there have been some changes, and they're always trying to tweak things, Lou, but is this the best thing they've done?
It's one of them. It's one of them. Without me thinking, I just remember a time when the play-in was presented. Every single player hated that idea.
For sure.
All of us hated it. And I'm sure the coaches, they would echo that sentiment. Like, we don't want to give anybody an extra opportunity to make the playoffs. If you want to be in the playoffs, do your work. Now look at what it's been able to do. I remember LeBron. Remember LeBron was super critical of the play-in until he needed it a couple times, and then that tone kind of changed. Now look at Steph Curry. He needed it. Well, I'm not sure if he's been critical of it, but he needed another opportunity to get there, right? And so outside of the teams needing the opportunity, I still think the 7th seed should be guaranteed. These games have been super entertaining. And listen, it's a great appetizer for what the real action is going to bring. But some of these are going to create matchups that's going to be equally as exciting. But these last 4 games, man, incredible.
I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's unbelievable. But I will say now, careful, because when the Warriors are the 7th seed next year and it turns and you possibly lose 2 games, and instead of getting that guaranteed bid in the playoffs and you lose 2 and you're out, then all of a sudden I bet you this play-in is not the best thing invented in the last 15 years. So
you know what it comes down to?
Like if Phoenix loses this next game, you think they think it's the best thing that Adam Silver?
No, they're going to think the exact opposite. It really comes down to what scenario you're in.
100%. Right now,
100%.
it benefits.
Isn't that life?
That's
life.
That's it.
That's
it. It really does. It really just depends on what side of the coin you're on. Some people are going to say it's a positive. Some people are going to say it's a negative. If Steve Kerr was the Phoenix Suns, he wouldn't be thanking Adam Silver right now.
100%.
But because he got another opportunity to get to the postseason, possibly being the last time that he makes this run with Draymond and Steph, of course he's going to thank Adam Silver. So it really just depends on what side of the ball.
Right now it's in their favor, but it can switch season to season. Absolutely. But I will say as a group, I think that it's awesome. I think it gives you that March Madness feel. It gives you survive in advance. It gives you should see guys playing their best basketball, leaving it all out there, or else literally their season's over. And like a team like a 10 seed, like the Warriors, like a team like Charlotte that wasn't guaranteed, they still have hope to get in the postseason and make some noise because of this tournament.
Live to fight another day.
Awesome.
That's what's happening here. By the way, there was a moment after the Clippers loss, Petty Betty showed up. Chris Paul. Dun, 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 dun.